everybody. We've got a magic show today for our summer reading program. So, if you'd like to introduce yourself and start off, that would be awesome.
Terrific. Hi, everyone at home. Hi, everyone in the audience. My name's Jeff Quinn. I'm your magician here today. And everyone else here is wearing a mask, but I'm not, because I'm like 1,000 feet away from the nearest person. And I'm like 2,000 feet away from you guys. All right, so no worries right there. Like I said, my name is Jeff Quinn. I came in today from Omaha to do a magic trick for you, or a magic show for you guys. I'm so glad to see you guys here. So let's get things started. The theme this year for the summer reading program is all about fairy tales. So I've got a fairy tale magic show all lined up for you guys, and I hope you like it. We're going to start off with this. The 3 black ring trick. I've got 3 black rings right here. Here's number 1. You guys can see this okay, right? Okay, there's ring number 1. We have ring number 2 and ring number 3 right there. Gonna snap my fingers, wave my hand, and look at that. It's all colorful right there. So we've got 1. Okay, now I made it up here. I'm gonna make it disappear right now. Put it behind there, snap my fingers, wave my hand, and now it's gone. Isn't that amazing? It's supposed to be gone. Hang on, let me see if I can work this. Here we go. Ooh. Now we have 2 colorful rings and one black ring. Put it right back there, snap my fingers, wave my hand again, and then we have 3 colorful rings right there. So there you go. There's the 3 colorful ring trick just for you guys. Thanks for that thunderous smattering of applause. That includes you guys too, okay? I can see you guys, all right? This isn't TV. I can see you guys and hear you guys, all right? Let's move right along and see what else I have for you guys. I've got so many cool things. Like I said, the theme this year is all about fairy tales. So all the tricks have something to do with fairy tales in some way or another. In fact, this trick right here, I love this trick, based on one of my favorite fairy tales, Beauty and the Beast. You guys know the story of Beauty and the Beast, right? Yeah, okay. The main thing in Beauty and the Beast is this rose. Remember? The Beast has to find love and be loved by the time the final petal falls from the rose. Otherwise, he stays a beast for the rest of his life. So I've got a trick that's done with a rose and a vase. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is not a real rose. Okay, this is a plastic rose. It's a fake rose. But this is a real vase. Not only is it a real vase, it's a real heavy vase right there. It's made of metal. I think it's made of brass. It is heavy. So I just learned how to do this trick. Just learned it last night. I think you guys are going to like it. I put the rose inside the vase, just like that. Now, according to the instructions, I can hold on to the rose when I let go of the vase. The vase will not fall to the floor. It will stay suspended on the end of the rose, like there's a hook or a magnet, but there's no hook. There's no magnet there. It's going to look like it is. So on the count of 3, I'll let go of the vase. The vase will stay attached to the rose, will not fall to the floor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. It didn't work. Here, let me try it again. Sorry. Okay. 1, 2, 3. This is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Let me read the instructions. I have the instructions right back here because I want to get this trick right for you guys. All right, here we go. Let me take a look and read these instructions. Okay. According to this, I'm supposed to take the rose and then. Oh, that makes more sense. I was reading it upside down. I learned the trick upside down. Okay. It's not where you hold on to the rose and let go of the vase. That doesn't make sense. The vase is just way too heavy. Instead, I have to do it exactly the opposite. I have to turn everything upside down. See? Then, when I let go of the rose will stay suspended in the vase and won't fall to the floor. So that's what the trick is. What was I thinking? I learned it upside down. I thought if you hold on to the rose, the vase would stay suspended, but the rose and the vase is just too heavy. No way that could possibly work. So I'm sorry that I got the trick wrong the first time. There's no way that the rose could hold on to the vase. Wow, it really did do it. Huh. I guess the trick really did work. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The rose and vase trick right there. That's the applause cue. Thanks. Thank you guys so much. Let me move this over here. So when I was developing this show, when I was putting the show together, I was researching fairy tales. I found out the number 3 came up over and over and over again. You have 3 blind mice, 3 billy goats gruff, Goldilocks and the 3 bears. That's exactly right. So I wanted to do a trick that uses 3 of something. So I have this, the 3 rope trick. We have a real short rope right here. We've got a medium rope and a real long rope over there. You guys can tell the difference, right? Good. So if you can't tell the difference, the trick doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I'll take the short rope, the medium rope, and the long rope, put them all together. There's the long and short, there's the medium, all together, end to end right there. I'm going to go all the way down to the end of the long rope. Bring that all the way up to the end of the medium rope. Bring that up to the end of the short rope. Now, ladies and gentlemen, through sheer magic alone, I'm going to make these ropes appear to be the same size. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
2 people. The rest of you ready for this too? Okay,
Yes.
good. On the count of 3, they'll appear to be the same size. 1, 2, 3. See, they're all about the same size. You guys aren't buying this, are you? All right. I'll do it the hard way. Here's the hard way. All the way down to the end of the long rope. All the way up to the end of the medium rope. Up to the end of the short rope. On the count of 3, they'll appear to be the same size. 1, 2, 3. There, now we have 1, 2, 3 ropes all about the same size right here. Now this rope you recognize used to be the short rope. Right next to it we have this rope which used to be the long rope. This rope always was the medium rope, it didn't change at all. Now you're probably thinking, wow, Jeff, that's kind of amazing, but can you get them back to the way they were? You know what I mean, short, medium, long. Well, to do that takes some doing. To do that, I have to tie the ends together like this. So by the time I'm done, I've got 3 ropes all about the same size, tied together end to end right there. Loop these up in my hand. There we go. Just give it a little snap, little wave. Then we have the short rope. That's attached to the long rope. That's attached to the medium rope right there. And in case you think we're switching ropes on you, we certainly wouldn't do that. There's the medium rope, and all the way over on this end, there we have the short rope, the long rope, just like we started off with. So there's the 3 rope. You guys like that one? Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's kind of cool. This trick actually has been around for a long, long time. This trick is well over 100 years old, and you can find out a way of doing this trick in almost every beginner's magic book. So if you want to learn how to do magic, come to your library. Check out books on magic tricks, go home, practice them. Then you can do it for your friends and family, have a good time with them. You might even be able to learn that trick. All right, so like I said, the number 3 plays a very important part. We'll get to the number 3 in fairy tales in just a moment. But first of all, I'm going to do a very special trick for you guys. This is a trick that you will never see any other magician do, because I kind of created this trick. I created the presentation of this trick anyway. I actually wrote a nursery rhyme, which is kind of like a fairy tale, and I worked it around this magic trick, so I hope you guys like it. Here we go. So, let me tell you a story using magic and rhyme of a king and a crown and a horrible crime. Now the king had this crown that contained such a treasure that he vowed to protect it no matter what measure. The jewel you see is shiny and round, the finest of gems ever dug from the ground. Now a thief came to town, and he wanted that stone. His plan was to steal it when the crown was alone. Well, the king soon heard of this terrible plot, so he summoned his magician right there on the spot. "Protect my treasure," the king said with a squeal. The magician just shrugged and said, "Hey, no big deal. Here's a safe with 2 vaults, 2 doors. Just insert your gem and safety is yours. If he looks on the left, it'll move to the right. It'll keep on hiding till the villain takes flight." So the king took out his gem, locked it away, went to his bedroom, and soon hit the hay. It wasn't too long before the villain appeared. "That stone will be mine," he laughed and he sneered. But when he opened the door, it was nowhere in sight. That gem had rolled off into the right. He looked for that jewel for hour after hour, but that stone was under the magician's power. Then a thought came to his mind, made him smile real wide. "I'll open both doors, then there's no place to hide." So he opened them both, but to his dismay, that gem had vanished completely away. Well, the guards then came in, and they threw him in jail. But what happened to the jewel at the end of this tale? Well, the king soon awoke, and he put on his crown, And that was where the jewel was found. Thank you. Okay, good. I love that trick. Oh, let's see. Let me move on. So like I said, the number 3 plays a very big part in fairy tales. We talked about Goldilocks and the 3 bears. One that I didn't mention was the story of the 3 little pigs. Yeah, 3 little pigs. You know that story, right? Okay. I've got a trick that uses the 3 little pigs. Okay. We have this empty box right here. Hi, everyone. 3 little pigs. Little pig number 1. He built his house out of, what did he build his house out of? Straw, or hay. Some people say hay, some people say straw. But one thing we do know is that it was yellow. All right, so we've got the 3 little pigs. First little pig made his house out of hay or straw. That really didn't work out too well because Big Bad Wolf came along, blew it away. That was just horrible. Second little pig, he was a little bit smarter. He built his house out of sticks. Okay, not the best material, but it's a little bit better than hay or straw. That got blown away too. So he got smarter. He built his house out of something even stronger than sticks. Okay, so we're going to come back to little pig number 2 in a second. Little pig number 3, of course, he was pretty smart. He built his house out of bricks. That's exactly right. He built his house out of bricks right there. Nice red bricks. So first little pig, house out of straw. Second little pig, get him in a second. Third little pig, house out of bricks. Second little pig, he thought, you know what? I'm going to build something even stronger than straw, stronger than sticks, stronger than bricks. He made his house out of the strongest thing known to man. You guys know what that is? Any idea? Legos. That's exactly right. So there you go. There's the story of the 3 little pigs. Yay! Oh, thank you guys for applauding. I appreciate that so much. Let me move these right away because we are not done with the 3 little pigs just yet. I'm going to put these houses down here. And over here we have little pig number 1, little pig number 2, little pig number 3. The 3 little pig trick. Here's little pig number 1. Little pig number 2. And little pig number 3. His oinker's broke. Okay, we'll put him over here. I knew with 2 little pigs. That's okay. Little pig number 1. Little pig number 2. Okay. It was a long drive getting here. I put the wrong one over. Okay. This one oinks. Okay. This one does not oink. So this one goes. Okay. Good. One that doesn't oink is over there. So this one oinks. Good. This one oinking. Okay. So this one oinks. This one does not oink. Okay. Now that we know what's happening. So we have this one that oinks. Oh, come on! All right. This is just getting frustrating. Okay, this one oinks. Put him right back here. Okay, this one oinks. Put this one right back here. This one does not oink. This one's going right over here. Okay. Little pig's got me on that one. That's just frustrating. All right. So we're talking about the 3 little pigs. We have that. There's this one. How old are you guys? 13, and you are?
12.
What?
12.
Oh, okay, 12. Are you guys pretty brave? Okay. Are you guys pretty brave? Okay, good, because in here, I have something that's really kind of scary. Okay, fairy tales aren't always like princesses and unicorns. There's some scary stuff in fairy tales too, and in here, I have a dragon. You guys afraid of dragons? You are. Maybe I better not do this trick. I don't know. Okay. You want to see the dragon trick? Okay. Here. Okay. Hopefully this won't give you bad dreams. Okay. Okay. If you're at home, you're young, you don't like dragons, they scare you, hands over your eyes like that. Okay. Because in here I have a dragon. It's really pretty frightening. into the jar. Right here. Inside I have, don't be scared. Don't be scared. A dragon right there. Look at him. Oh, is that frightening? You weren't scared to death by this? Okay. Pretty brave. That's good. It's just a little dragon. Oh, that's probably why you're not afraid. We're just going to put him in here and lock him up so he can't cause any trouble. Okay? But, yeah, he's a little dragon. Now, if he were a bigger dragon, that would scare you. A big dragon, that would scare you. But he's a little dragon. The only way he can get bigger is if someone were to say, "Grow, dragon, grow." I know that no one's going to do that, right? What? Wait, you were wearing a mask. I couldn't quite hear you. Did you say grow, dragon, grow? No. You did. Well, I said, that's right. I did say grow, dragon, grow. Oh, I shouldn't have said grow, dragon. I got to stop saying grow, dragon, grow, because every time I say grow, dragon, grow, this gets a little bit heavier. And oh, no. Oh, no. I'm almost afraid to look right now. Hey, have you ever seen those tricks in like joke stores where there's like a jar of peanuts and you unscrew it and something jumps out at you? Have you ever seen that? You ever seen those? No, this isn't one of them. All right. Let's see. Wow. Oh, I said grow, dragon, grow, didn't I? I said it an awful lot. Oh no, I said it too much. Look at this. That dragon really did grow. Oh man, let's give the dragon a big round of applause. That's incredible. This guy back here. Oh boy, what else have I got for you guys? I got so many cool things I want to show you guys, all based around the whole theme of fairy tales and everything. Oh, like this. Okay. Dude, what's your favorite movie in the whole wide world? You don't have a favorite movie? Okay. Well, my favorite movie is one you've never heard of. You kids watching at home, you have never heard of this movie. It's a movie for grown-ups, so you probably don't know this movie. It's a movie called Frozen. So in this movie called Frozen, what, you guys have heard of Frozen? Really? Guys, you have cool parents. That's great. Okay. In the movie Frozen, there's a song called "Do You Want to Build a Snowman?" You know that song, right? Yeah, you want to build a snowman? Yeah. You know, it's like heat index of 100,000 degrees out there. So we're still going to try to make a snowman. I have everything we need right here. My snowman pan. Inside the snowman pan, everything we need to make a snowman. We have the snowman's head right there. We have the middle part of the snowman right here. And we have the bottom part of the snowman too, right there. Now when this is finished, it's going to look something like a snowman, something like that. See? And we need to decorate them a little bit. We need some buttons that go right down the front. 3 buttons we have. Button number 1. There is button number 2. And button number 3. Now we need some eyes. I have 2 googly eyes right here. Here's googly eye number 1 and googly eye number 2. Finally, last but not least, we need the carrot nose. There's the carrot nose right there. Now, nothing else inside the snowman pan. That's going to change. I'll put the bottom part of the snowman in. Middle part of the snowman, snowman's head. Now we need the 3 buttons that go right down the front. Here is button number 1, button number 2, button number 3. The 2 googly eyes go in next. Here is googly eye number 1, googly eye number 2, and finally, the carrot nose. Put that right on top. Now you got to freeze everything up. I've got the freezing lid right here. Freezing lid goes on top just like that. Great. Now, last thing we need, this, the snowball magic wand. All the magic is contained right there in that snowball. As long as that snowball is on there, everything's going to be just fine. So I've got the snowball on the magic wand. I'm going to wave it in. What happened to this? Oh, it's right here. Sorry about that. Put it on, it must have melted off. There, that's on nice and tight. It's not going anywhere now. So we've got the snowball on the magic wand. I'll just wave it around like that, and when I do, we're just going to... over there that time. Okay. From here on in, no more waving it around because it's just not on there tightly enough. I'll just very gently place it right over the snowman pan. That way, if it just places it over there, don't shake it, it's going to stay on. So now that we know that it's on there, we're just right there. Gently wave it over there. Now this is where you guys get to help me out. Okay? When I count to 3, you guys at home too. When I count to 3, wiggle your fingers and say, "I want to build a snowman." Okay? Can you do that? Okay, got me? Okay, on the count of 3, wiggle, want to build a snowman. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead. I want to build a snowman. Okay, let's see if it worked out. Ooh. Guys, look at that. We've got a snowman right there looking good. Let's give the snowman a big round of applause. He made it. You guys are awesome. Thanks for your help. Yeah, got a snowman. What do you think we should name the snowman? No. In case there's any Disney lawyers here, this is You Laughed the Snowman. Yeah. No, the other name's a registered trademark of the Walt Disney Corporation. Who found that out the hard way? So, round of applause for You Laughed the Snowman. Yay! Oh, you laughed right back here. By the way, Frozen is based on an old story by a guy named Hans Christian Andersen. He wrote a lot of fairy tales a long, long time ago. It's based on a story called The Snow Queen. And Disney got hold of it and made a few changes and turned it into Frozen. So that's kind of cool. Now, Hans Christian Andersen wrote this other story. Actually, wrote a lot of other fairy tales, a lot of other stories. But another story he wrote is one that you probably know already. It's a classic, the story of the Ugly Duckling. You guys know that story? The story of the Ugly Duckling. Now, you know what? He wrote that so long ago. Times have changed a little bit, so I don't like the word ugly. That's just not a nice word to use, not a nice thing to call people or animals or anything. So we're going to change it. We're going to call this the story of the somewhat less than what society would deem to be entirely attractive duckling. Political correctness. So in the story of the somewhat less than what society would deem to be entirely attractive duckling, we have this little duckling right here. Now, got a picture of him right here. Here we go. Here is a picture of the somewhat less than what society would deem to be entirely attractive duckling. Look at that. I think he's kind of cute myself. I do. But you know what? When he was born, a lot of the other animals in the farmyard, they made fun of him. They picked on him. They called him names. That's not a good thing to do, is it? We don't do that. But they were farm animals. They didn't know any better. But he didn't like it. He got so upset that he ran away. He ran away into the woods, ran away into the forest. And he thought he'd be safe there. But you know what? All the other animals there, the squirrels, the rabbits, the chipmunks, they started making fun of him too, calling him names, picking on him. That was not a nice thing to do, but they were animals. They didn't know any better. So it really frustrated him. So he found a cave, kind of like this. He went inside the cave, and he stayed there for a long, long time. In fact, he went into the fall. He stayed there all winter until the spring. Now, the spring came. He was so lonely because he'd been in that cave for months. He heard some noises down on the lake, just outside of the cave. He poked his head out. He saw some swans down there. He didn't want to go down there because he didn't want to get teased again, but he was so lonely, he needed some kind of interaction with others. So he walked down there, he said hi to the swans, and the swans said hi back. He couldn't figure it out because he looked so different. But then he looked in the lake, he saw his reflection. He saw something. He saw that over the winter, something had changed. He had changed. He had turned into a big, beautiful swan himself. So there you go. There's the story of the somewhat less than what society would deem to be entirely attractive duckling. Thank you so much. Oh, and again, that was written by Hans Christian Andersen. Oh, man. What else have we got back here? We've got, this. All right. We'll talk to you about kind of a cousin of the fairy tale. It's the American cousin of the fairy tale. The American cousin is called the tall tale. You guys heard of tall tales? Oh, okay. Some of you guys have heard of tall tales. I know that. Tall tales were invented in the United States back in the mid-1800s. They're just very exaggerated stories. For instance, if you've ever heard any stories about Paul Bunyan, that's a tall tale where it's just They take something, they make it really big, and they really exaggerate it. Now, in the Southwest, they had Pecos Bill. In the Pecos Bill tall tales, there were a lot of other characters too. One animal they talked about there was called a hoop snake. Now, the hoop snake, according to the tall tale, was a snake that was so poisonous that just by touching you, it could kill you. And it would chase after you in a very unique way. It wouldn't slither like a regular snake would. It would grab its tail in its mouth and roll after you. That's why it got the name hoop snake. It would roll after you and chase you like a wheel. So in honor of the hoop snake, I have a hoop trick that uses this bag right here. Inside the bag, I have 6 hoops. We have a green hoop. There we have an orange hoop. There's a red hoop. Let's see, a yellow hoop, a blue hoop, and finally, a white hoop. Put that right there, nothing else inside the bag. We're gonna put those hoops inside the bag. Watch me carefully, make sure they all go in there, okay? We have the white hoop, that will go in there. Fantastic, okay. The blue hoop, made it in there, right? Terrific. You guys are watching so closely, that's good, I appreciate that. The yellow hoop goes in next. We have the red hoop, right there. We have the orange hoop, and finally, the green hoop. Did they all make it in there? Do you see them in there? Good, because they are going to disappear. All I need to do is wiggle my fingers like this, and now they are gone there. Wiggle my fingers like this, and now they are supposed to be gone. This is embarrassing. I don't know why they're not going. I can see them right there, guys. I don't know why they're not gone, but they're supposed to be gone. But evidently something has gone horribly wrong because the hoops are not disappearing. Oh no. Guys, they all link together. Nothing else in there. That's cool and everything, but I've got another show coming up and I need to have these unlinked. So let's see if I can do that. Snap my fingers, wave my hand, and now they are unlinked. Didn't do it. Try again. Snap my fingers, wave my hand, and they are This is embarrassing. Snapping my fingers, waving my hand. Do you know what? Maybe I'm doing it in the wrong order. I've been snapping my fingers, then waving my hand. Maybe if I wave my hand and then snap my fingers, then oh wow. Okay, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is they aren't linked together anymore. The bad news is, oh no, I'm gonna have to borrow some scissors and tape later on to get this bag. Anyway, I guess it did work somehow. Nothing else inside the bag. Let's give the Loops a big round of applause. Inspired by the